Hello, Trev here. I've had a few questions about Rocksteady and music tuition, so I thought I'd just do a little video about the differences between the different approaches of tuition, and hopefully that'll help parents make the decision, especially if your kid either has lessons, private lessons, and wants to think about doing something like Rocksteady or the Rock Project, or vice versa, if they do the Rocksteady or the Rock Projects or whatever it is in your area and wants private tuition. So the main differences are Rocksteady and indeed the Rock Project are very much geared towards playing in a band. Okay, so they it's about having fun, and it's about sort of making a nice noise as a group. This has got pros and cons. Obviously for socialization, it's really fun. It's really great for them to sort of interact. The downside is that they tend to just play maybe one song. So it's sort of like a very, very repetitive, and it doesn't really hone in very much on technique on the instrument. And yeah, so they're the differences. In terms of private tuition, it can kind of be led by the student, so it can just be a few songs, but it tends to be more songs and also a more individual sort of approach to where the technique is, learning to read music, learning about, I don't know, your instrument and things like that. So in terms of which is better for your child, if someone is in private tuition and perhaps they're struggling and they want it to be a bit more kind of fun and, you know, just a bit more sort of social, then maybe the Rock Project or Rocksteady is more geared towards what they would want. It's a little bit easier, they will have fun playing with their friends probably, and it's going to be not too much commitment in terms of practice. They won't learn how to play their instrument very well, but they will make a good sound together. If people are in the Rock Project or Rocksteady and they feel it's a bit boring in terms of they're quite musical and they want to learn more pieces, or they find it too repetitive, then similarly private tuition would be better because they'd cover more ground and they'd be able to play their instrument to a better standard, and any sort of errors in technique and how to read the songs and stuff and just learning generally would be more more individualized. I've taught a bit of both. I haven't taught for Rocksteady, but I've taught for the Rock Project, which is a very similar thing. That's an after-school club, and I do a lot of private tuition. I'm trying not to sort of say one is better than the other because it does depend on your child. I would say if they've tried one, then maybe do try the other and then see. But I do appreciate that both cost money, and parents want to pick the right path for their child. So it might be a case, and if you've got a tutor like any of my pupils that want to try Rocksteady and then come back to tuition, that is absolutely fine. And any pupils that are in Rocksteady that want to try private tuition just for a like trial lesson or whatever to see if it's for them, that would be fine as well. And most tutors are flexible in that sense to try things. So the kid will kind of know, but generally I think Rocksteady is more fun, less hard work, less practice, but you don't really learn your instrument that well and you don't learn much technique. You're just sort of playing for fun in a group, which is a really good thing because music should be fun. And certainly if someone has tried to do music lessons and they're struggling to sort of commit to it, Rocksteady fills that kind of gap sometimes, because you can just like, you know, I don't know, bang on some drums and it sounds good, or, you know, like play a few chords and, you know, you've got a few pop songs straight away with just a couple of like chords, and they'll have people playing different instruments like keyboards, guitars, drums, singers together, all together. So, you know, that's quite fun. So that's quite nice. So I hope that is a little bit helpful for you. Do drop any comments if you want to below about this. And like I say, I can see both sides, and I've had students on both ends of it. So it's not a simple question answer. It hasn't got a simple answer. It does depend on your kid. But yeah, do drop a comment, and I hope that's helpful. See you soon. Bye bye.